What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be going over some of the hottest stocks on WallStreetBets right now. There are some good stocks trending on that forum. So we're going to make today's video quick and to the point, but let's get right into it. So if we go over to financials.fyi, this site basically tracks WallStreetBets mentions and sentiment, and it's a pretty useful and free tool. You can just head over to the website if you want. But we can see here some of the hottest stocks on WallStreetBets. Of course, we have the SPY up there, but the second hottest, you can say, is CLOV. And this stock actually had a wild week. It was running up so much on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but then on Thursday and Friday, it really tanked off. So there are two setups I'm seeing on this one right now. I see higher lows being formed over the past 5 days. And let's say I go to a 15-day chart. We can see it's just been kind of consolidating. It tried to run up on Wednesday, like I said, but we are making higher lows. We can see the initial low was at $7.70. The next one was kind of around, you can say $7.90. And the current one is right around $8. For me, as long as this stock stays above that $8 support, I think it looks good and the setup's still there. But if it breaks below this ascending support line, looks like it's just not going to work out. And I could be wrong, but normally with these meme stocks, even though CLOV is at a great level and I like the setup right now, it's important not to let losses or, it's important not to chase setups that aren't working. So long story short, with CLOV, I like the setup as long as it holds above this $8 support. So let's say come Monday morning, let's say it opens at $8 and it consolidates at open for a couple minutes. That's still good. I just want it to continue to make higher lows. That shows that, buyers are continuing to step in. And as long as we hold this support, it has a lot of room to run. Like we saw on Wednesday, this thing did pop. It went from $8.40 all the way up to highs of $9.60 in the after hours. So it's definitely a runner. It has ran a lot in the past, and it has that explosive potential. So this one is definitely on my watch list for this upcoming week. With the next play, we have, of course, AMC and then GME. These ones have really just been consolidating a lot. Over the past week, they didn't have a great week, but it wasn't horrible either. But what's important to note with these ones is AMC and GME, they move very similar, especially intraday, but also other hype stocks move similar too. So for example, if AMC is skyrocketing up, that will also have a good effect on stocks like CLOV. We can see with AMC, it had a pretty good day on, what was that, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and it sold off Thursday and Friday. Let's look at GME. It's a pretty similar setup. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, nice run up. Wednesday and Thursday it fell. Let's look at CLOV. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday popped up. Thursday and Friday it sold off. So these hype / meme stocks are very correlated. They kind of move together. So if one of them's moving, most likely the other ones are too. So they're definitely on my radar. If I go back to AMC, there are a couple levels I am watching. It is below that $40 resistance, which is not a good sign, but at the same time, it's holding above the $34 support, and then of course that $30 support. So it's on my radar, but I just think CLOV has a little bit more of a little bit better of a risk-reward ratio, and it's making higher lows too, which AMC is also. So it's on my radar overall. The next one we have BABA. So this one I've been watching for a while, but I'm just going to be staying away from this one. Really, there are a lot of bad things going on with China stocks right now. If we look at BABA, if we look at DD, if we look at JD, PDD, TAL, these stocks are getting destroyed, and it's mainly because of the Chinese regulators kind of getting more strict, and they're just putting a lot of regulations on different China stocks, and it's just not a good sign. BABA is a great company. I'm also a pretty big fan of Baidu, but I'm kind of hesitant to buy the dip with these ones, mainly because of these Chinese regulators right now. Like I said, I love the companies, but it's a pretty big risk when, if you're buying into a stock like Baba or Baidu, they can be a great company, but I know the Chinese government was threatening Didi with potentially delisting their shares on the U.S. market. So, they're good setups. There's a high risk reward. There's a high risk level that comes along with them. But at the same time, there's also a lot of profits to be made. We can see a stock like, let's say we go to Baidu, actually. I like this one a little bit more. It's right at lows right now, right around $172. And it's pretty far off its all-time high at $354. So there's a lot of room for it to run, but it's not looking bad. If we go back to Baba, it is trending on WallStreetBets. It is making higher lows, which is great to see. If we go to like a 30-day, 1 hour, we can see it's making higher lows, shows that buyers are stepping in. The first initial low was around 200, next one around 203, and we're currently at like 205, 206 right now. So it's not a bad setup. Definitely keep it on your radar. If we go back to the mentions graph right here, we have EDU. So EDU and TAL got absolutely destroyed on Friday. Like I said, China came out with like new regulations, and they were kind of attacking EDU and TAL. TAL is down 71% on Friday alone, and EDU is down, you could say, 54 or 55%. It's getting absolutely destroyed, and it's not a play for me. I really don't want to be buying into these stocks while, this horrible news is coming out. One thing I was kind of considering was selling puts on them. So with TAL, we're actually in a very unique situation, and we don't see this too often. So one, it's a very low price stock. It is a $6 stock, or at least now it is. A couple months ago, it was a $90 stock, but we can see implied volatility is skyrocketing, right? So this would be an extremely risky play. I'm thinking about doing it, but I probably won't. But if we go over to the TAL options chain, you can sell some of these put options. Like, for example, you can sell the $10 put for August, and you'll get paid almost $500 for doing that. So your collateral needed for this play will be around $500, and your potential profits are also $500. So it's a potential 100% winner, but then again, this put is pretty deep in the money, and yeah, you'll probably end up getting assigned at $10. So I don't know, it's really risky. Long story short, what I'm thinking about doing is selling some puts on them, but like I said, it's super risky, and I don't really want to be holding these shares, so I probably won't do it, but I figured I'd throw it out there because the implied volatility is super high. And then with the next one I wanted to go over, or there's two more I should say. The next one's Wish. The last one is very interesting. So Wish, this one's not bad. It's making higher lows, which is good. We can see over the past 5 days, or let's say I go over the past 10 days. The initial low was right around you could say $8.80. Now it's kind of basing off that $9.20 level, which is decent. I don't see anything I love about this setup, but the last one I wanted to cover was Moderna. This thing is going crazy. So we all know that the new Delta variant is gaining a lot of attention, and Moderna is a vaccine stock, obviously, but they're exploding. It's very rare to see a move this large on a company for as big as Moderna is, and to the extent that we're seeing this move. So this stock is literally going crazy. Over the past couple months, it went from 150 up to basically 350, which is crazy. And the options are starting to get expensive. So I'm really looking to sell some call credit spreads on this one. People are just paying a crazy amount for these calls, and it's ridiculous. So what I'm thinking about doing is going over to maybe the 300 and let's say 390 strike calls. I'll probably sell those and maybe buy the 400 calls or the 410 calls. Really, you only lose if the stock goes past 390, which in my opinion is unlikely. I think we're about to see it consolidate, or even if it does continue up, I doubt it'll hit 390. And the odds will be in my favor if I get into a call credit spread on this one. Another potential play is if we see a complete reversal. It could also be good for puts. One setup it kind of reminds me about is NVIDIA. This thing went just parabolic over the past couple months, and it's hard to catch that top. Even with Target, that thing's going parabolic. It's hard to catch the top. But when it does turn over, there is a lot of opportunity to play puts on it for the downside. Like, I know people banked off of NVIDIA puts like 2 weeks ago. I know people banked off Home Depot puts when that thing tanked back in, what was that, like the beginning of May. I feel like Target will be a very similar situation, and I also feel that mRNA will be a very similar situation. So I'm kind of looking at this one to slow down or reverse and, play it accordingly. So those are basically the top trending stocks on WallStreetBets right now. Of course, I'm watching mRNA. It's one of my favorite setups. The only thing you have to be careful with that one is nobody can catch the top perfectly. So there definitely is a risk there. And the other stock I'm watching is CLOV. It's making higher lows, which I like. I just really want it to hold this $8 support. And if it does, it can be a pretty decent dip buy. It's been trying to run up over the past couple weeks, but it's been struggling. If we do see increased hype and positive momentum out of stocks like AMC and GME, that should be beneficial to CLOV. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. It would really help me out. But other than that, thanks for watching.